What is up? What is up? You are listening to Locked On NBA Draft. I'm your host, Rafael Barlow from NBA Draft Junkies. And today's episode did not go as planned. I thought I had it done. I thought I had a guy that is a consensus top 5 pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. I thought I had him lined up to be a guest. I reached out to his people, and it was blocked by the agent. I guess it is the equivalent of making a nice move, getting to the basket, and Rudy Gobert or Joel Embiid or Giannis comes out of nowhere and rejects it. Maybe even Mutombo.
Not in my house.
But it's not all doom and gloom because it is officially NBA playoff season. This is one of my favorite times of the year. This is the time of year where I guess whatever little social life I have, non-existent. So many matchups I'm looking forward to. So this episode will be a little bit different as I give a few of my thoughts on the NBA playoffs. And in the second segment, I want to talk about a few of the guys that I've had a chance to watch their workouts live here in Dallas, Texas. And in the last segment, I want to give my thoughts or my opinion on the Basketball Africa League that just started this weekend. But let's talk about these NBA playoffs. In both conferences, I feel like the 3-6 and 4-5 matchups will be must-see TV. In the West, you got the Denver Nuggets versus the Portland Trail Blazers. The rumors are out there that Terry Stotts is done if the Blazers don't advance far in the playoffs, so that's something to look out for, especially when you have a Denver team that has played well without Jamal Murray, but if you lose to Denver without their second-best player, it's pretty much a wrap for Terry Stotts. Then you got the 4-5 matchup, which is the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, the Clippers, I probably should have mentioned the Clippers before the Mavericks, but living in Dallas, I feel like a lot of Mavs fans thought that a healthy Kristaps Porzingis gets the Mavs over the Clippers last year. Well, guess what? Now, all those checks that you wrote, you got to cash them in because as of today, which, is important, as of today, Porzingis is somewhat healthy. He'll be playing. The Clippers rested their guys, so they should be healthy. So we should have a healthy 4-5 matchup. And let's see if the Mavs can beat the Clippers. I mean, imagine if the Los Angeles Clippers lose in the first round. I mean, Ballmer will be, woo! I can't even imagine the shade of red his face would be if the Clippers lose in the first round. Dallas, if they lose in the first round, I don't know if I see a lot of changes there. But in the East, you have the Knicks and the Hawks meeting in the first round in a 4-5 matchup. I don't think there's a single person in the world that would have predicted a 4-5 matchup featuring the Knicks and the Hawks. And what's crazy is if you think about it, the winner is going to go to the second round. So either a Julius Randle or a Trae Young team is going to be in the second round, which, like I said, I don't think anyone would have predicted that. But then you can arguably say that the Miami versus Milwaukee matchup is probably the highlight of the first round because if you're Milwaukee and you lose in the first round, Bud is gone. I mean, I think he'll be in the same predicament as Terry Stotts. But if you're Miami and you lose in the first round, now if the rumors are true, and I can't confirm that they are, it's just something I read, but if Miami did not trade for James Harden because the package featuring Tyler Hero was too much, then that looks like a pretty big mistake because Harden, before he got hurt, I felt like he was having an MVP caliber season, which is expected because James Harden is an MVP caliber type player. And in my opinion, and maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm such a James Harden fan, you do not pass on James Harden for Tyler Hero. That's just my opinion. But either way, I feel like this Miami versus Milwaukee series is going to be one of the best first-round series that we've seen in a while. I haven't even mentioned the play-in game. I mean, we got the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors, Bron versus Steph. We've seen them meet in the NBA Finals, but now this is for seeding. And then the winner takes on Phoenix, which I'm curious to see what happens if, let's say, it's a Phoenix Suns versus Los Angeles Lakers first round. And let's say the Lakers win. And I'm not a Lakers fan by any means. They've done too much damage to my Portland Trail Blazers. So I'm not a Lakers fan. But let's say the Lakers beat the Suns in a first round playoff matchup. and the Suns are the 2nd seed. I wonder, does that have an impact on Chris Paul's free agency this summer? Now, I know that he has a player option, and it's for like $44 million or something like that off the top of my head, which is a lot of money that I could never imagine making. But does he opt out and then go to LA to play with his friend? I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the NBA playoffs this year. I'm looking forward to what I feel like is a wide open race. I mean, you got Philly and Brooklyn are the 2 top seeds in the East. I'd love to see a Philly versus Brooklyn Eastern Conference Finals. You know, you got James Harden versus Daryl Morey, or I guess you can even say you got James Harden and Mike D'Antoni versus Daryl Morey. I mean, you have Kevin Durant back in the playoffs for the first time since leaving Golden State. And then let's not even mention whatever issue Kyrie decides to bring up in the week, which, you know what? I've been critical of Kyrie before. I mean, I guess not on like my podcast, but with my friends. But I actually like what Kyrie's doing. I mean, he's using his platform to bring awareness to things that he really cares about. And if he was playing bad basketball right now, then I think that would overshadow everything he's doing. But he's playing great. You can't knock how he's playing on the court. I mean, I think he's like either the 8th or 9th player in NBA history to have a 50, 40, 90 season. And he's using that success on the court to bring awareness to whatever issues that he feels like is on his mind this week. Again, it's just my opinion about that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the NBA playoffs. I feel like the race is wide open. We got the defending champion. Actually, we have the 2 teams that were in the finals last year, dealt with injuries. Maybe it's related to the short offseason that they had, but I can't think of a year off the top of my head where the 2 teams that went to the finals are the 7 and 6 seed, or the Lakers would be the 7 seed at best. So, like I said, really looking forward to this. But when I return, I want to talk about a few of the players that I've had a chance to watch with my own eyes, and I'll give you my opinion on how I think they looked.